Monday the 20th of April starts with the same energy as a caffeinated squirrel trying to bury nuts in concrete. Your attention span rivals a screensaver on full blast. You've already lost one sock and nearly set fire to your toast. Your Doomoscope animal today is an oyster making pearls from irritation, and your temperamental project idea at work will elicit the same results. Mars retrograde is personally victimizing your inbox. Priya will passive-aggressively suggest you take a break from the mood board for Project Rainbow Unicorn. As the day crawls on, try to fight off the urge to treat yourself. Avoid luxury spending. You already had one lavish dinner in 2025 that you regret. Also remember that text you sent Tanya at precisely 10:37 p.m. in 2022. Venus is giving you the silent treatment now for a reason. Today is perfect for confidence. Fake it so hard you almost believe it. Advice: don't start another hobby. Your hobbies have hobbies. Right then, Taurus, Monday, April 20th. That half-packed suitcase? It's judging you. Mercury's also judging you, mainly for thinking lukewarm tea was acceptable. Your commute involves a pigeon doing gymnastics on the bins. Charming. Mars retrograde is spamming your inbox worse than your aunt's forward chains. Karen wants that report yesterday. Phil wants a quick chat which will obviously last longer than that time you tried to assemble flat-pack furniture. Meanwhile, you are sorting stationery by shade and mentally composing an acceptance speech for the biscuit organizing Olympics. Denise will give you the side eye. Tonight, the celestial choir is humming the Dominoes tune. You have already overexerted yourself by contemplating exercise. Embrace the sofa grooves, settle in for a true crime documentary and a pizza the size of your head. Craig just texted suggesting a quiet pint. He must be joking. Delete. Block. Advice: put down the phone and back away from the biscuit tin. Slowly. Monday the 20th of April dawns with Gemini accidentally setting Sharon's cat photo as your desktop background. Your Doomscope animal today is a squirrel who forgot where they buried the acorns. Your focus is lower than Ricky's chances of winning Employee of the Month. This afternoon, Mars retrograde is trying to turn Fiona into a motivational speaker, and failing miserably. You will somehow convince Darren that photocopying is an art form while simultaneously trying to remember your PIN. Venus is giving you the silent treatment after the impromptu office TikTok live stream. That's gone viral, hasn't it? Tonight, cosmic forces conspire to make you watch that show about competitive cheese sculpting for 4 hours straight. A craving for novelty socks strikes at precisely 8:17 p.m. You buy them. You also tell Nadine and Jason about it, despite promising yourself you wouldn't spread a shred of gossip this week. Honestly, you are so predictable. Advice: embrace the chaos, you're clearly fluent in it. Monday begins dramatically. Your umbrella? Oh, it's going for Best Supporting Actor in a downpour. 18 people saw it, and yes, they all pitied you. Even the pigeons looked judgmental. At work, Mars retrograde is using your inbox as its personal dartboard. Linda's desperate for a chat. Mute. Deflect with a biscuit. Barry's now an amateur sound engineer, apparently conducting acoustic surveys in the gents. He's got an app for it, naturally. Lorraine reckons he's after a promotion. Tonight, the run is cancelled. We all know you're not going. Instead, prepare for a marathon viewing of that Warburton's advert featuring Robert De Niro. You'll weep. Then, you'll tumble down a 2019 Facebook rabbit hole, questioning your entire existence. Venus strongly suggests a family-size pizza and 6 hours of TikTok scrolling. You know it makes sense. Advice: stop holding grudges, Cancer. Nobody remembers the stapler incident except you. Leo, Monday the 20th of April. Your entrance this morning? Picture this: dramatic keys everywhere symphony followed by a full commentary for Harriet, who looked thrilled. Your Doomscope animal today is a slightly jaded tortoise, permanently stuck on loading. This afternoon, Mars retrograde is making Nathan's emails feel like a passive-aggressive haiku competition. You're composing a reply so cutting it needs its own risk assessment. Suki just pinged you for a quick chat. Expect an hour lost searching for biscuits to avoid eye contact. Tonight, the cosmos strongly suggests cancelling all human interaction. After accidentally liking Claudia's profile picture from 2008, you swear you were just verifying her identity. You're faced with the dilemma of pretending it didn't happen or faking your own death. Face mask, Netflix, curtains closed. The stars have spoken. Advice: subtlety is a superpower you forgot you possessed. The universe thinks you're hilarious, but in a bless her heart kind of way. The day begins with a powerful urge to finally use that fancy milk frother. Before you can say latte art fail, Janet will corner you about a misplaced semicolon. Honestly, Janet, is this your life's work? 23 minutes later, your reply, all containing just thoughts, will cement your reputation. Marvelous. This afternoon, Mars clearly has it in for your eardrums. You'll mishear Graham, end up volunteering to organize Nigel's leaving do, and then waste an hour debating the merits of different post-it note colors with Diane. Sheila's suggestion to just use any old pad will have you questioning your very existence. Tonight, a fleeting moment of zen is interrupted by the nagging feeling that your spice rack is organized alphabetically by expiry date. Before you know it, you're Googling the KonMari method for condiments and pondering whether cumin really sparks joy. Refresh your emails one more time and you'll be summoning a pizza, not passion. Advice: stop organizing your anxieties. They're forming a union. Monday the 20th of April, and you're fashionably late. Again. 20 minutes wrestling with the fringe this time, were we? Now you're legging it for the train looking like you stuck your head in a tumble dryer. Mars retrograde is personally victimizing your inbox. Tracy and Hugo are still banging on about that cheese board. You're nodding along to both, turning the conversation into a bigger mess than Connor's desk. Your Doomscope object today is a wardrobe door that won't close, because it's crammed with every outfit you ever half-liked since 2022. This afternoon, Adele wants you to choose a font for her slideshow. The presentation is about spreadsheets. She wants pizzazz. You will spend the afternoon paralyzed by indecision, hovering between papyrus and wingdings. Mel from accounting will be called. Tonight, competitive ferret grooming is back on the cards, alongside macrame and that Japanese art form with the gold mending, even though you haven't touched a needle since school. The online basket will be full by bedtime. Advice: stop overthinking everything, Libra. It's exhausting everyone. Especially you. Monday the 20th of April kicks off with you accidentally setting Greta's passive-aggressive email as your out-of-office reply. Hope you have a thick skin, Scorpio. That coffee queue is about to feel less caffeine fix and more trial by fire. The afternoon brings Dominic's project review, where you'll get oddly invested in his choice of font for the headings, burning at least 23 minutes of company time. Venus is making your online banking app glitch, so expect mild panic when your Pret coffee subscription bounces. Victoria is definitely giving you the side-eye today. Tonight. Absolute chaos. You'll accidentally like Liam's marathon training photos from 2014 on Instagram. Mortifying. While watching reruns of Bake Off, again, you'll find yourself wondering if soggy bottoms are actually underrated. Then, to cap it all off, you'll spend 2 hours passionately debating the merits of buttering bread crusts on TikTok. The algorithm? Confused. Advice: put down Keith's stapler. Now. Monday the 20th of April finds Sagittarius reliving that time they accidentally called the boss mum in a meeting. The shame. Your Doomscope object today is a broken umbrella that won't close, your social awareness as useless as that tangled mess in a hurricane. By lunchtime, you'll have accidentally implied Zara's new haircut looks like Stuart's hamster. Ollie only narrowly escaped. Venus is clearly not impressed. Coherent thought is about as likely as finding a decent parking space on a Saturday. That spontaneous team-building trip to Skegness you suggested? Bianca looked actively suicidal. Your dating app bio reads like it was written after 12 pints and a dare. Tonight descends into a questionable online shopping frenzy. Dishwasher tablets were the mission. You'll end up with a life-size cardboard cutout of a meerkat wearing a tiny fez. Wendy will be asking awkward questions about it at precisely 8:47 a.m. Advice: stop promising the moon. You're a liability with a credit card. Monday the 20th of April kicks off like Maureen trying to parallel park in the rain, Capricorn. You're wrestling with your phone before the first cuppa, only to discover it's still on airplane mode. Honestly, peak Capricorn. Today, Mercury is making your printer spontaneously combust, figuratively, hopefully. Unless that vital document. Consider carrier pigeon. Colin from accounts needs just a quick chat about expenses. The quick chat lasts 47 minutes. Mostly about his prize-winning begonias. Mars retrograde is now just taking the mickey out of your biscuit tin. This evening, the stars implore you to abandon that experimental sourdough starter. We all know how that ends. Instead, embrace the digital abyss and doom scroll through TikTok until 2:47 a.m. You will call it self-care, but it is really just avoiding accountability with better lighting. Advice: hide your credit card. You're one ASOS order away from a full-blown crisis. This Monday, April 20th, at precisely 11:17 a.m., you'll trip over thin air and blame Kevin. He's used to it. Venus is giving you the side eye for that time you ate Christine's yogurt with a spoon, straight from the pot. Your Doomscope vegetable today is a carrot stick at the bottom of Inz's handbag, about as optimistic as your chances of getting that promotion. This afternoon, an urgent email from Rufus, who, once again, needs printer assistance. You'll subtly suggest he restarts it, whilst simultaneously Googling silent resignation strategies. Astrid saw, Aquarius. Astrid always sees. Tonight, meditation was on the cards, but instead you'll be 3 hours deep into a documentary about competitive cheese sculpting, nodding sagely at 3 a.m. Your brain will be quieter than a library mouse, your conscience itchier than a woolly jumper. Advice: stop putting your recycling in Milo's bin. Pisces, this Monday is brought to you by the letter H. Your brain's buffering like it's still noughties dial up. This morning, expect to trip over thin air, have an existential crisis staring at Elaine's desk cactus, and swear you saw Gary morph into a garden gnome. Assume reality is 70% artistic license today. This afternoon, Venus is rolling its eyes so hard she's practically generating electricity. Focus, Pisces. Rupert will be on your back about those quarterly reports quicker than you can say paper jam. Workplace efficiency will peak with you accidentally replying all to an email about Maeve's questionable Tupperware, simply stating, "Is that beetroot?" Tonight, the cosmos demands enough pizza to feed a small family reunion. Resist the urge to watch the Great British Bake Off highlights while hugging a cushion shaped like a Yorkshire Terrier. That text from last year? Still unanswered. Time to fake a sudden interest in competitive cheese rolling. Advice: back up your browser history. You'll need it for blackmail material.